This is old stuff.
Call me the boogeyman. Dressed in black, mariachi on the spot with the hat. 333, walking over the bodies. They took too much hot purple. I got the boogie. I'm out of here. C'est la vie. Dias de la muerte. Arrivederci. Growing weed in the graveyard. Purple and green. The chariot. Twin dragons drawing. Just burning Nike. It's hot fire. Hold me tight. Every day and every night. With a black briefcase full of venomous things. The muse of Urania. Leaving bodies in the street. Antonia's will, she harvests your dreams. Sharp darkness, war of the words, war of the worlds. Maple syrup, cup of sugar, flowing over with the frankincense and myrrh. From the house up on the hill, Medusa cut them rugs. They call me the boogeyman. No one can do it like I can. Call me the boogeyman. I'm gonna walk all over you.
Thank you. And welcome back to Lady Babylon. This is Initiating Apocalypse on a Monday night. On a Monday night. I thank you for being here. I'm going to limit myself to just an hour because I want you to have just the goodies tonight. And I don't want to take up too much of your time. Now, Wednesday, we'll be having Teddy Bass. Welcome, Teddy. We'll be having Teddy Bass for a little bit of an interview along with everybody knows Old Boy. Old Boy. We're going to be having Teddy Bass and Old Boy on. I want Teddy to talk about his music Wednesday. And I want Old Boy to show you what can be done if you're disciplined enough to make it through basic training. He's now reading text, right? Fantastic. He's helping to teach. He's doing the teaching assistant thing. And you can meet him. You can meet Old Boy on Saturday, right? Saturday during the what do you call it? Discord. Fantastic. Yeah, right. Put that out there. So for people who are going to that, I'm going to have Old Boy come on and talk a little bit about his research. He's made some outstanding videos. I recommend you go see them. He's talking about the Pelasgians. This is good stuff, people. This is good stuff. These are the last people we ever know about who have that monster, who have Mother Greek in seed within them. Oh, God. Their marks are all over Greek. These are gorgeous, sexy people. Pelasgians. Bring back these gorgeous, sexy Pelasgians. Oh, God. Tower of Babel, here we go. Fantastic. What am I going to do tonight? Tonight, I'm going to bring you something. Now, I want to give me that first location, Chewy. Right, everybody get off. Get off the ship, and I want you to look. What I brought you tonight is some Greek music. Isn't that gorgeous? Somebody dropped that a long time ago. You know what I mean? Threw it in some garbage heap. And there it is. It happens to be lines of Euripides, but with the musical notation written above, and supposedly things for instruments as well. And why do I bring this to you? Because I am bringing on our date. Okay, are you ready for this? I am bringing the god of the guitar. I am bringing tonight the god of the guitar. And she is going to rock your world. Fantastic. We're going back to the beginnings. Where am I taking you tonight? My precious congregation of Satan. Tonight we're going to see the first rockers. We're going to go see it from the very birth. I'm going to watch you, watch me, watch us, watch guitar born. Guitar. Did you know guitar was a Greek word? Okay, wait a minute. I've been telling you that this amazing language with these millions of independent and unique word forms. Oh, God. I've been telling you for months, it's musical, right? Not only is it musical, it is giving birth. It is giving birth to the guitar goddess. Oh, God. Oh, you're going to see it. You're going to see it tonight. I love it. And what I'm going to bring you is a little attic old comedy. So we're talking Aristophanes and all the people associated with that 5th century comedy. Fantastic. Oh, God. The language is at its height, baby. It's at its height. And what are we going to do? We're going to go into the music because that's what we've come for. First, because everybody here loves the cult. Everybody here loves the cult. And you didn't think I was going to leave Paul the Apostle alone. No, I got him tied up right here. He's gagged too. No, I'm not taking that thing out. You leave it in. If you squirt that thing out one more time, I'm going to ram it up there so far, it won't come out ever. Everybody, Paul the Apostle, we're bringing him in. We're rounding him up. I'm going to show you the right. Yay for the comedy. Let's hope it's funny. My God, man, I've read some of those ancient comedies. They aren't very funny. Not through a Victorian lens, they're not. Right? Not through a Victorian lens, but through that old Mother Greek lens. Oh, they are dirty. They are dirty, right there and dirty. Oh, God, Aristophanes. Who are we spanking? Paul, tonight, I want you to give us our climax tonight, Paul. I got an hour, and it's only 9 minutes into this. Give us our climax tonight, you little dirty freak. Diddly Paul. P. Diddy Paul. God, let's do it. When you can bring it, it doesn't matter. Give it to me. Let's go in, people. How am I going to set us up? Shut up and listen to the cult. Satanic congregation. You too will get a spanking. Let's go to the Black Bible. Open to the Black Bible. Now, we looked at a section of this in Greek, but I want to remind you, this is the house of the Virgin. Like her son, she was destined to become a second gate of God. That's the portal you and I were all talking about before. An ark hath appeared holier than that of old, not containing tables written by God's hand, right? Those theogrammata, right? But having received within it God himself. Do you understand? God himself. Oh, who is that? Is that God? Turn God off. Hey, Jehovah. Yeah. Send him a dirty text. Tell him to leave me alone. Okay, I don't want what you're selling, Yahoo. Take back the cups, the hats. An ark has appeared holier than that of old, right? What is that? Here are fountains of purification from the flesh. Do you want a flesh? Do you want a flesh fountain to purify yourself with? Here's the redemption of errors of the soul. There is no evil circumstance. But from her gusheth a miraculous gift to cure it. Oh, from her gusheth? Is she gushing? I love the Bible. I love it so much. Oh, God, I love the Bible. Where can you get such dirty, 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 holy stuff. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I know somebody out there's like, oh, I know there's, right? No, don't. You're going to say it. I know you're going to say it Sanskrit. You want to say it. I know you do. Just go for it. Give me the next one. Oh, was that it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, well, let's finish. She's gushing. We left her gushing. Well, that's a nice place to leave off, but can't stop there. Here, when she overthrew the foe, she destroyed them by water, not by the spear. Do you understand? It's that water of life that's coming from her. You thought that was some stupid alchemical BS because your brain has been molested by the Middle Ages. Your brain, they call it cerebral molestation, right? Brain bananaed, right? What happened to that guy? Yeah, he got brain bananaed, right? It's the Black Bible, baby. Get used to it. We got to wake up to the reality. She is gushing. Do you understand? She is gushing, and you have the water of life, and everybody who is sitting on Satan's throne right now completely understands. They're in that same ionic space. Are you ready? Are you ready? Give me the next one. They're going to love it. They're going to love it. I wanted you to see this. Look, people, this is Strabo. Blow this thing up. This is Strabo, right? You wanted the rock and roll queen, right? Also resembling these rites, the sacred rites of Rhea and Dionysus, are the quotidian and the Bendidean rites practiced among the Thracians, right? Among whom the Orphic rites had their beginning. People, what have we been talking about this whole time? We've been talking about these Orphic rites that brought you to the Thracian worship, right? Of Cotis. Oh, who is she? Are you ready? Are you ready for her? Do you know what she does? Do you know what she does? She's the mistress. She's the mistress of the guitar. She's the mistress of the guitar. You say guitar, they didn't have guitars. This was before the age of lightning. This was before the electric. This is when the earth reverberated through the wood. And some Spaniard in the Middle Ages, some Spaniard poet picked up this great guitarra and said, oh, this is my guitarra. And you and I came to know it as the guitar. As the guitar. And that instrument had a place. It had a place embedded in the Greek language. Your music itself, your instrument comes from Mother Greek. It was the language that gave us the capacity to build these instruments in the first place. Oh, God. Oh, God. What do you mean these instruments? Do you mean just the kithara? No, I'm talking about the artist, composer, the creator. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, God. Give it to me. Let me finish this. Okay, are you ready? Everybody, welcome. Welcome, Brian Cotis. Now, the Cotis, who is worshipped among the Edonians, which is a Thracian tribe, and also the instruments used in her rites are mentioned by Aeschylus. Woo! Shout out for Aeschylus, right? Big, like you say that name, he's like biggest of his time, right? Oh, adorable Cotis among the Edonians, and you who hold mountain ranging instruments. And he mentions immediately afterwards the attendants of Dionysus, one holding in his hand the bombacies. That's the little flute, right? Toilsome work for the turners of chisel. It's a deeper sounding flute, right? Fills full the fingered melody, the call that brings on frenzy. Do you know what we're doing? We're bringing the frenzy. We're good Bacchants. We're good Balkans. I just want you to see this. What else do we have? We have some bronze-bound Kotalai symbols, right? Some stringed instruments, right? Raise their shrill cry. And this is so beautiful and frightful. Mimickers from some place unseen bellow like bulls. Do you know what the artist can bring from the strings? They can bring the bellowing. They can bring the bellowing bull that will drive you nuts. Oh, only through her. Only through her. Did you know? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? The greatest of all time, greatest guitarist of all time was a woman. Yeah, with a divine play. Oh God, are you ready for it? We have giant festivals, right? We have giant festivals. Now, I know for those of you who are like, wait a minute, is this a god? Yes. These are the Bacchic rites of Thrace and Phrygia, and they worship a woman who plays the guitar. And when she plays the guitar, it drives us nuts. Oh, all right, let's all go vote. Oh, God. Do you see what we do? We purge. We purge. This is a function of a society that worships the Virgin. This is a function of the society that creates the stage and the orchestra. Who do you think came up with the word orchestra? What do you think that was for? Right? It is our language, not our tech, that is our savior. So for all of you idiots who are looking in your banks and your wallets, all of you counters, those things, they don't matter. They don't matter. Oh, God. It's the mark of the contract with the devil. Can I just say it one more time? Now, people are asking me, hail Satan. They do. People are asking me, hail Satan, hail Satan. It's bothersome. It's cumbersome. Why are you doing that? Because the fact that this is a satanic contract has to be clear to you from the beginning. I'm telling you that on a Monday night before an election. I'm telling you that. It must be clear. And part of the satanic contract is it can't be done for gain. It can't be done for gain. That is a monist pole. Do you realize? What am I saying? A monist, right? Pole, as in north and south, right? Monism is all about gain. Gain. What do you gain? I'm going to gain salvation. I'm going to gain this. I'm going to gain a new Cadillac because Jesus wants me to have one. I'm going to gain a cure to cancer. I'm going to gain this. I'm going to gain that. I'm going to gain eternal life, which is a mistranslation. You don't even understand what you're saying, but you know that it's some kind of gain. That is not pure. It is not gain that drives the universe. It is eros. It is eros. And eros is in the fingers of that guitarist. Yeah. That guitarist opens a portal. Opens a portal. Oh, God. It's gorgeous. Can you believe those bunch of nerdy Greek women and men standing around math, turning everything into math and talking physics in ways that you and I can go to? I can give you the writings. I'll give you the metaphysics of Aristotle. Just start with that. And if you can understand half of it, would you please explain to me what's going on? Because I can't get quite that much. Please. I'm telling you, people, the gorgeousness, it's gorgiosity. It's resplendent. Oh, hit me with the next source. This is too much. It's going to get erotic. This is erotic antiquity. Are you ready for this? Oh my God. Blow this up. What is this? This is Lucian. We're all going to be talking. We're all going to be talking about a poet. And what did this poet write about? He wrote about the Baptists. Wait a minute. When did this poet write? First of all, what's his friggin' name? His name is Eupolis. Isn't that nice? And where's he living, right? What's he doing? He's writing in the 5th century. He's writing comedies, Athenian comedies, and they're good. People love them. You know what I mean? If you don't like them, just because you don't have a good sense of humor, you dirty, stinky Spartan, right? Okay, here we go. What did he say here? This is Lucian to the uneducated man. Oh, don't you like that? Look, it's addressed to us. It's addressed to us, isn't it? It's everybody here in the world today. Here we go. Right? Did you get a gander at the Baptists? The whole drama? Did you read it? Right? Oh, God. Did any of this stuff stick with you? I mean, did you turn red when you recognize what's going on in the play? Huh? Do you see what's going on? This is a play about Baptists. What's wrong with Baptists? What's wrong with John? Do you know what John looked like? He looked like a soft, smooth, pale eunuch. Would you be surprised if I told you John the Baptist walked around with what they called the vitreum priapeum, which is a penis-shaped glass for insertion? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he did. Very effeminate. Why? You want to see these effeminate? Because we're worshiping Kotito. Oh my God. What did you call her? I don't know. It's Thracian and Phrygian, right? These people have these rites and they're worshiping the Great Mother. Where do you think all the Balkans came from? They came from the worship of the Great Mother. We know that for a fact in modern day Turkey. Modern day Turkey in the middle. Think in the middle. Phrygia. Yeah, there she is. Right? Phrygia. Right? Think about the goddess here that we're going to be talking about. Remember, we're worshiping the Great Mother. So there's got to be respect for the Virgin right off the bat. Right off the bat. Right? We can all agree that. You wouldn't be sitting here. You wouldn't be sitting here if you didn't. You wouldn't be sitting here. Don't be surprised if you find out the Virgin is the guitarist. Don't be surprised if you do. Give it to me. Let's go. Come on. They need some concrete text. What does this one say? This is Juvenal. Here's, Juvenal. He's a satirist, he's got kind of a sharp wit, right? And he says these Baptists, this is Latin, by the way. I know I don't do enough Latin for you guys, but for those of you who have just a slight amorous attraction to classical Latin, here's some Juvenal for you to rub all over yourself. You know what I mean? The Baptists, what do? They cultivate these secret rites, these orgies, and they do it with a very specific torch, right? And they are accustomed to wear out Kikropian Kotito. Wait, what? Can you see? They're accustomed to wear out. Now, what does lasare mean? This is the state that you have. Okay, wait. This is the state that you have after you have been to the mountaintop. That cannon is boom, it's gone off. You know what I mean? The rocket, all the way, it's gone, right? Up it went, right? Flag, is there a flag? Raise the flag. It's time to raise the flag. Immediately after the flag raising, you have lassitude, right? You have this thing. It's, I don't know, a state of satisfaction, yet weariness. from rigorous physical activity. Now, if you don't know about this state, because perhaps the activity is not so rigorous, maybe it was at one point, not so much anymore. Maybe there's something up here, it's mommy. I don't know. I'm just throwing out examples, all sorts of things that can be out there to block. So if you don't know this psychological state of, relief and release, then you got no place in these rites, because these boys dressed like girls follow around she who is god of guitar. And do you know what they do? They apply themselves to her. They apply themselves. They wear her out. Okay. All right. Now, the image, remember? We celebrate this. We have seasons and festivals for such things. Fantastic. Let's bring back Juvenal. What's he say? They're celebrating these rites, and what else? They wear her out. These Baptists. And why are the Baptists doing this in these orgies? Because Baptists like John the Baptist are focused, right? They're solity. They're accustomed to the orgies that involve satisfaction for the mother. Yeah, satisfaction. Do you understand me? These are Bacchic rites. Baptists are Bacchants. All right? And how did they get that way? Let's keep going, people. It's not a mystery. Let's look at the Baptists, right? Tonight, if you're going to look at the Queen of Rock, you have to look at the Baptists, right? Because they are the ones who cultivate her, right? And so he says, look, this guy Eupolis, he wrote this work called The Bapti, right? It's a comedy in which he brings out Athenian men in imitation of women wearing out the psalterium. When I say wearing out, I hope that you understand what I mean. Wearing out. Who are they wearing out? The psalterium. Now, does everybody see the PS? That's not a Latin word. The Romans, hut-dwelling people, they didn't get it. This is a Greek tongue. Right? What is that psal? You know what the psal is? And you're going to love this. If you're a musician, and I know you don't know this. I'm giving it to you. I'm not selling it to you. I'm not putting it on a friggin' mug. Do you understand? Musicians out there, I'm telling you. It's from the Greek verb psalo, right? And that word means to pluck the string. It is the string pluckers. They have a position that is specifically she who plucks those strings. Do you know who invented the Psalms? Do you know who invented those? Those are Greek inventions with Greek instruments that we have depictions of and images of. Bring them up, Chewy. Where's the guitar? Just show me some of the ancient guitar. Oh, here's one. Look at that. Oh, isn't that nice? What are they composed of? This kithara is a wooden sounding board, right? And instead of having one bridge going up with strings on it, you've got two arms and you suspend strings, right? From this crossbar down to the sounding box. And wham, you've got the guitar. And it's quite a popular deal. And those who master it are revered and venerated. And one of them that you don't think of, a master of the ancient kithara or guitarra or guitar. Don't you love that sexy Spaniard dude who's in the middle of all this? You know what I mean? It goes from kithara in the ancient Greek, right, to guitarra in the Spanish by some, he was some romantic Spanish poet. You know how they are? Yeah, we know you. We know you Spanish. romantic poets, you people. Oh God, thanks for the Spanish, for the romantic Spaniard poets. Love it. Oh God, boom. What makes me want to dance? Give me the next one. Yeah, here's specifically the female, right? Rock star, right? It's her. It's the rock star. Give me the next. Who? What are we going to talk about? The Baptists. Let me just translate this to you. I'm sorry, because I know what's coming. The Baptists are soft and effeminate, right? They're soft and womanish, right? Right. And, Eupolis and Aristophanes, both of them, they wrote comedies on the subject in which they introduced Athenian men who were imitating women, cultivating kotito, right? And who is she? She is the Psaltrium Deum. She is the guitar god. She is the one who plucks those strings. Do you understand? There was a word before that described her, Kikropian. Do you know what that is? That's the divine line of kings that were responsible for Athens and ultimately democracy through the worship of the Virgin. Right? Okay. Do you understand? From these people come the guitar and the music that drives the universe. Oh, Chewy, give me the next one. We don't have. Yeah, we're 30. We gotta. Yep, we gotta be halfway done. Watch this, people. What happens? Oh God, wait. Go back to the last one, Chewy. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything there. I don't want to. Yeah. And so the Baptists, I just wanted you to focus on the fact that they were effeminati, right? Effeminati, right? If you don't understand that about John the Baptist, a lot of it's not going to make sense, right? You mean he's just some middle-aged guy out there? Doesn't he have some football to watch or something? You know what I mean? No, sorry. John the Baptist is described, man. He's one of these people, right? And you thought, why does he have that culty kind of diet and stuff? What's that have to do with Jesus and Jesus's boys? What's that? And why is he so pissing off that little dancing girl? Yeah. Everybody knows her name, Salome. You've been to her act, right? Right? Oh, I'm sorry if you didn't, right? Do you see? Let's promote it. You trafficking person. Somebody bring in the intergalactic investigators. Give me the next one, please. Look, people, more Latin. And this is just, Eupolis, he wrote this comedy, right? This Baptist, about the Baptists. What are these? These are fragments, people. I pull these right out of the Loeb classical library, and this is in the Fragments of Old Comedy, it's called. And what are fragments? Well, it's other people writing about this person and maybe quoting them or maybe talking about their life, right? Because we don't have the original. The original doesn't survive, right? So what's it say? Look, Eupolis wrote this comedy, and it was for this reason that Alcibiades, right, he was just particularly, oh God, look, what happened? Eupolis made fun of Alcibiades, who's a general. He made fun of him, right? Now, why is this so important? As the sources are going to show you, it's because freedom of speech was associated with comedy. It was a holy practice. Comedy was a holy practice, and I'm going to show you what the word comedy comes from. You're going to be surprised, but it was a holy practice, and it was protected. It was protected. You could say whatever you wanted on the stage until this jerk Alcibiades killed Eupolis. Yeah, he did. He threw him off a ship. Right. Now, some people say, oh, that's not actually how he died. There's other ways that he died. Some people say, no, he was tortured, but he didn't kill him. right? But a lot of Greeks said, no, he got back at him. Yeah. Just as you drenched me. Hey, that's the quote that's coming up, Umberto. Don't scoop me. Look, Umberto's scooping me. He knows these sources, right? Good job, Umberto. Bunch of nerds. I knew you guys were nerds. I love it. It really turns me on, man. I love it. Give it to me. Give me the next one. Hurry, Chewy. We got to get out of this star system in a short period of time, right? Look at this. Others say that people could make fun of other people in name specifically, right? Until Eupolis, right? Because Alcibiades took this right away. He was a general and a statesman, right? A rhetorician, right? Okay. Do you see what happens? Tyrants don't like to be made fun of. They don't like to be told, it's your time to leave. There's the door. They don't listen to that. They don't listen to that at all. What do? They focus on their enemies who have big mouths, and they kill those people. That's what tyrants do. That's what tyrants do. And remember, the comedians that are writing know that they are holding the vanguard. They are the vanguard of free speech. Free speech. Fantastic. Everybody knows it's there. Isn't ancient Greek society? Listen, satanic congregation, say something. Give me a shout out, some kind of Olo Ludzo, Hail Satan for ancient Greek and its gorgeousness and gorgiosity. Let's go to the next one. Throw some of those up if you get a chance to see. Is that shirt comedy? Is that shirt comedy or Greek tragedy? Now listen, I know there's been lots of talk about the shirt. I know. Some people are saying, right, shirt's got to go. Other people are saying, love the shirt, touch that shirt, and I'll find you, right? So, mixed feelings about the shirt, but this is my shirt. Let it be known. Almond shirt, right? Fantastic. Let's go. Hurry before they skin me. Quick. Okay. Oh, here's another one. Hail sexy mother. Yeah, you're right about that. Hail Satan. That's a good one. Hail Satan again. Thank you very much. Hail Satan, Tom. Thanks, Tom. Hail Satan to you too. Hail the Greek. That's right, Matthew. Always the Greek. Hail Satan. Oh, you're going too fast. Hail Satan, JC. Keep going. Love it. Fantastic. Oh, okay. That's right. All right. Hail Satan. You don't have to hail Amen. You don't have to hail Amen. That's Amen doesn't want that. Right. Hail Satanico. I don't even know what that is, but I think it's some kind of thing we got going on in the air, like crystal, like some kind of crystal dope or something, like, I don't know, quantum. It's quantum dope. That was Teddy, wasn't it? Yeah. Hey, Teddy, by the way, thanks for the music. It's absolutely gorgeous, right? And I want everybody to know I'm not paying for that music, right? I'm not. Teddy makes it. He's inspired. He makes it. And Chewy makes a video, right? And then I tell her, put these things into their minds. And then she goes forward. Hit me with the next one. Love it. Chewy, give it to me. I told him her secret, didn't I? Oh God. What happened? The dude killed him in the sea, right? Oh, wait, here's the other. So they say that others say that, it was okay to make fun in name of certain people, and that Alcibiades, the general, put an end to this. Keep going. I want you to look, but when they were in Sicily, right, on the sea, right, the dude just threw him off the boat, right? What did he say to him? He said, Baptist, you baptize me in the theater. Right? I am going to destroy you by baptizing you in these waves. Right? And supposedly ordered to throw him off the ship. Right? Supposedly. That's just what some people said. That's just what some people said the general did, right? You can see the tyrant doing that. You can totally see it. If you allow the tyrant to have that power, right? Because when that comedian was on the stage, when they were producing for the stage, they couldn't be touched. It's when the people refused to stand up to protect the comedian. And what was that? Did I give you the origin of, you're going to, I love this. You're going to love this. So keep going. Keep going. Oh, people, look, this is Platonius, right? And what does he say? Oh God, we know, the Eupolis, when he had the Baptist performed, right? He was drowned in the sea, right? Right? Oh God. Why did he do that? Why did the dude drown him? Because he had mocked him. He had mocked him in the work. Do you see what the weakness of the tyrant is? The weakness of the tyrant is not business or finances. No. The weakness of the tyrant is their core of lies that bring them to a state where they are always subject to the baptizing. What is that baptizing? Keep going. Keep going. Oh God, Alcibiades. What did he do? Son of Cleinias, whatever. He was rightfully elected. That's what it says, right? Hieratos. He was rightfully elected in a general, right? And what did he do? He didn't forget, right, about Eupolis, right? Right? And when he mocked him in the work, right? What did he do? You know that he killed him, but the art itself of comedy that Eupolis was part of gave him the freedom by law to be unafraid. Right? To speak is implied. To speak. Yeah. It was the art that was protecting him. When you bring the tyrant, you kill the muse. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. It's gorgeous. I think it's absolutely prophetically gorgeous. Right. Let's go on to, keep going. Keep going. Look, people, I just want to show you a little. Now, these are actual fragments from the play that other people are quoting. And I just want you to get a feel for what's in this play with a chorus of effeminate young men, right? Who are dressed as women, who are pleasuring the queen of guitars. Right? And what's happening? These people wake up and they haven't had any breakfast, they haven't eaten anything. It's getting on noon, but they're still wearing their Stephanon. They're still wearing their crown. Okay, you know who these people are, right? I'm just describing to you who the Baptists are, right? John is never going to baptize early, right? Oh God, it's the middle of the day. He was out all night with the boys. Right? When I say boys, I mean boys. These are minors who were involved in sexual rites with a woman. Yeah. Do you understand? And what does she do? She plays the guitar. She plays the guitar, and we live on the basis of whatever it is that she plays. Do you understand? She runs everything. Right? This is how it works. This is how a Bacchic mystery works. Who is the Christ? Right? Who is the Christ? Right? They said Medea Christed herself because there was nobody there before her doing this. Right? Who is the Christ? Oh God, I love it. I love it. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? Remember, it's the worship of the Great Mother. Right? So we got to hurry. We're approaching. We got to hustle through some of these people. I want you to see what else are they? Look, these guys are not, harsh, hard to look on, right? And they aren't without their youth, right? They're young, baby. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. Ask P. Diddy. I don't know. Ask Jesus. Go. Give me the next one. Oh, just look at the one in the middle. Just look at the one in the middle, right? Oh, this dude. Now, in some of the dialogue that we see, actually, the one on the top, look, he wants somebody to press forward with a musical instrument that is going to be in proper cyclical anabole. So God, again, the music. See, I don't do the music, so it cut. That's my stutter. Anabole. Timing. Oh God, no. Here, musicians, write to me. We'll discuss this, right? Look at number 82. Quick, before the ugliness. What do, you jerk? This is what this one says. You're always acting contrary to the melody. Okay, that one I like. Patamelos, right? That one I get. Right? You're always off the melody, man. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Do you see why I'm bringing these up? And look at the third one. Oh, rombe. Right? That's an actual rombe with an omicron, but here it's rumbe. Right? Okay, it's just a little bit different. Mastixas, and there, Snappy and Dion will get all excited because somebody's getting whipped. Right? Oh, rhombus. Oh, rhombus. What's the rhombus doing? It's whipping me. Are we at a concert? Right? Are we at a mystery ritual purification? The answer to both of those is yes. It's one yes. It's one yes. And they're involving the rhombus, right? The bull roar. Oh, God. Did these people know what they're doing or what? It's absolutely gorgeous. And so I wanted you to see, hey, look, there are musical terms here that they're using, right, for timing and, right, that kind of thing. Okay, fantastic. This is where the science is. Give me the next one. We're there. I told you I was taking you to a party, right? And look at the number 2. Look at the number 2. What? They've got these beds, man, these chambers, places that you enter into intercourse. They've got them crammed full. They've got them crammed full, Pollux, right? Right? Oh, God, look. Even Ammonius talks about this on the difference between related words, right? He's talking about, and then he just has a really brief quote that you can't get any sort of read from, right? Except there's a repositioning right out in front. Could it be referring to the kids? Could it be referring to the chorus? I'm not sure. You don't want to guess. When you have fragments like this, all you got to do is deal with the words, baby. That's all you got. You just stay within the words. Nobody at any conference, anywhere in the world in classics will look at you funny, right? If you just stick in that zone, you cut that razor, and they can all suck your. Oh, stop your. No, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've been at conferences slaying the peoples. Why else would you learn classical philology? Give me the next one. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to read this real quick to you. This is Aeschines. And please understand, they call Uranus the Batalon, right? And they made fun of Demosthenes, right? And so they called him that, it's got that soft buttocks thing going on, right? Eupolis is mocking speech, I think, is mocking the way he talks, right? Anyway, this all probably comes from the way this all comes from the way Eupolis is making a skoma, is making a joke, right, about the Batalos, right? And that's what it says. And he used it. He made this name in the Baptite, right, in that play, right? And it was a really shameful thing, right? Calling it, right? The Baptists are walking around, he says, using it as their own term, right? Your Batalos is your procton, right? Give me that. That's your anus. So I want you, why is he talking about Baptists and anus? Because Baptists are known to be conitis. What is a conitis? A conitis is somebody who dances the wiggly buddy, right? The wiggly what? Your bottom is wiggly, right? For the dance of the conitis. Do you understand? If you don't, that's okay. Watch your cartoons in the morning. It'll be fine. Okay, give me that. What is this Eupolis doing here? Oh God, it's those friggin' Corinthians. You know what they did? They portrayed Kotito. Kotito is forticon, right? No, I'm sorry. I got it backwards. They're worshiping her there, and Eupolis is the one. It's his ekthos. It's his hatred for those Corinthians, right? That causes him to call her the forticon. And who is the forticon? She is the dirty one. She's the dirty one. Do you understand the dirty guitar queen? If you do, you're going to begin to see, right? Surrounded by those Baptists. And what are those Baptist boys dressed up as girls doing? They are satisfying her. Okay. Give me the next one. We're almost done. Let's go. I'm going to ram this one down. Go wherever it was. Give it to me. People, what do these people shout? They shout, Ewe Sabai. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. Right. First of all, this is somehow musical. I'm not quite sure what you do with this. We'll have to look back at that parchment, right? I mean, that papyrus fragment, see what was, I don't know. This music is not my thing. So I'm going to leave this. Ewe Sabai. Give me the next one. We know what it means, right? It's a Bacchic shout. And finally, I know all this time I've been talking about an anus, and I know you're wondering why, because it's in the text, right? Look at this. This is from Aristophanes, Plutus, or Wealth, right? Line 883 references a dactylion, and here it is a dactylion pharmakitein. What is a dactylion? A dactylion is the ring. It is the sphincter. It is the sphincter. And what is the sphincter or the anus? It is medicated. By the serpent. And the reason that you can survive is because you're medicated. Are you ready? Are you surprised the cult Christian stuff was like this? The monist stuff is like this. I'm telling you. It's a corruption of the original Christing is what it is. And you can turn it into something that, whoa, it's like way dark, like holy mackerel. These people, really, right? If you look back at when the mystery is developed, you get a completely different impression. It's hygienic. It's hygiene, medicine, and religion in one area. Plus, don't be an idiot, right? Right? Don't be an idiot. Learn how to sing. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Here's, by the way, that was a nice kithara there. That's got a gigantic sounding box on it, doesn't it? That's fantastic. Now, and by the way, there's, for those of you nerds out there who do musical instruments, I understand that a lura and a forminx and a kithara, I understand that those are all kind of types of guitars, right? And there's an evolution there, right? And there's something to do with size. We know because the kithara is that giant one, right? Okay, that's what the kitharodes are performing with, right? They're performing with it. And did I tell you there's a digamma in that kithara? Yeah, it's from the comedy. Do you remember the comedy? It's the komos aoidos. It's the song of the komos. The song of that gathering, okay, of that concert. It's that song. You mean comedy is from a rock star? Yep. Look at this guy. Bring that guy up. What do you think? Chewy, give us a 1 out of 10 there for this guy. Look at this satyr, dude. I wouldn't mess with this guy. If this guy's playing in the band, you know what I mean? People think they're scared to death. Look, this guy shows up, Kiss, right? Immediately crying. You'll see their makeup run. They'll be crying. Look at him. Dude, this guy is serious. And most of these guys are fully, they're at full staff, I think you could call it, right? Because they're on these drugs. These satyrs are on Satyrion, right? Satyrion. If you don't believe me, go check out the Satyrion. And it causes them to be aroused, right? It causes them to be aroused. So imagine playing your concert nude and aroused. Nude and aroused. Do you understand what Kotito, do you understand what she is doing in her Kekropian concert? Do you understand? What are all those Athenian kings? What are they? Why are they all half serpent? Yeah. Have you ever seen a concert? Yeah. That was able to convey that kind of energy. That's an awakening, right? That causes people to sit up and to say democracy. Yeah. Yeah. What it doesn't do is promote monism. As a matter of fact, it is a poison to monism. If you have one God, this guitar queen is your enemy. This is Lady Babylon. This is she whose porneia is your end. Right? Don't you read your own holy books? You monists don't read your own holy books. That's why I have to read them, and I have to spank the idiots who get in the way. I have to spank them. Here's one for all of you. You know what? Tonight, this is for the head of Dallas Theological Seminary's Greek program. Yeah, I just want you to know, you got no answers. I kicked down the door. I took your text, and I broke a bunch of your statues and stuff. You know what I mean? You got nothing, man. It belongs to the museum. Oh, that one hit my ear. Still they are silent, right? They cower. The giant is out. Roar. Right? Do you like that? I know you do, baby. Give me the next one. Yeah, give it to me. Hurry. I know we're right at 8:00. Look, people, now here's what I'm going to show you, and I'm going to tie this into the Bible. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to tie this into the Bible, but these are a typical set of notes that you'll see. Blow it up, Chewy. A typical set of notes that you'll see about this pharmaceutic thing that we're talking about. What's it? And look. The scholiast explains this to me. He's gonna. Those dactylos. They're trying to explain what this thing is. The general meaning must be your ring can't guard you against the bite of the informer, right? Because within context of the lines, they're talking about this ring being a cure to snake venom. Who is Alcibiades? I want you to think of one thing. I want you to think of some greedy ass with a lot of power who ultimately became a traitor and went over to the Russians. I mean, the Spartans. And then when they couldn't stand him, he tried to come back. And when they couldn't stand him and kicked him out again, he went to the Persians. Yeah. Do you understand who I'm talking about? This is the rite that we're looking at. And it's playing out. But how is this arrived at? The scholiast's explanation is that pharmakon is understood. There is no cure in it, right? Against that venom. Now, why would they be pairing the anus, the medicated ring? Why would they be pairing that? with these Baptists. Do you know how you can enter the mystery if you are one of these boys? Yeah. Who dressed as a girl will bring to climax and exhaustion. She, whose porneia is their communion. Do you understand? This is the foundation of Christianity. This is the foundation of your mysteries. You're looking at it right in the face. And when Paul comes along and does the same thing Jesus does with the kids, don't be surprised. When out in India, Thomas is wigging people out in sex rights, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Fantastic. Give me the, you know what? Look, give me those notes one more time. There's a couple goofy things in there. These people said, look, here. Somebody, what is that? That's a terrible lesson. Explains it thus: there is not in the list of the virtues of this ring the words sung and degma, vendors of amulets. So they're talking about the strikes, right? The degma of the snake is what kills you, right? And they're talking about amulets being made for the sake of throwing off any sort of, if I'm afraid of scorpion stings, maybe I wear an amulet to keep away the scorpion sting. You know what I mean? Right. So they're talking about that, right? And then another scholiast said these bites or these stings are ugarto esti have that's a kind of a reconstruction. Oh, look what they're doing there. They're trying to reconstruct the dialogue that isn't actually there. I say poo-poo to you, to that scholiast. Look, people, what do we see here? We see the origin of people with ideas and publishing of books, right? Dobrio's explanation is, okay, let's give him a shot. It is impossible, to buy an amulet against the bite of an informant. Yeah, again, you're just making stuff up, bro. Right? Who is that? Dubray, your wife loves me way more than you. Right? Satisfaction, brother. It seems most satisfactory to understand pharmacon. Yeah. And okay, I like that observation, right? Because they're talking about drugs, the creeps. Give me the next one. What is the line that they're talking about? Right, here's the actual line. What does it say? Look, I'm carrying this thing that I bought, and I bought it for a drachma, right? And it is this ring, right? I bought it from this guy, Eudemus, right? And the next guy says from him, right? You can't have any sort of cure implied for the bite of a sycophant, right? There's a joke there going on, and it has to do with your knowledge of the fact that you have curatives. You have drugs that are there specifically to treat as antidotes venoms that you're going to encounter in the world. Right. And they're playing off this concept. And that's why those scholars, the scholiasts who are commenting on these passages, that's why they're talking about it. There's a pharmacon in there. Right. And where is he taking this from? He's borrowing this. Who is this? It's Aristophanes, by the way. Right. And who's he borrowing it from? One of his contemporaries named Eupolis is the one who's using this image. Right? Isn't it nice? It is that ring. Whereupon you place the antidote to that serpent's bite. The Baptists know what I'm talking about. You see why the Christians always get kicked out? Hurry. We only have a couple left and I'm over time. Give it to me. Hurry up. Here's your komoidos. Look at that. What is it? What is comedy? It's koma wodos. What does that mean? It's that song of the Kalmos. What is that? Give me the next one. What is that one? What's the Kalmos? It's the revel. It's the carousal. It's the merrymaking. Do you understand? Your concert is coming from antiquity, right? It is a band of revelers. Look what they put on number 2. After band of revelers, they say, right? The Kalmos Eutheu, that band of the Uian god. Who is the Uian god? The one who cries, Ewai. Who are we talking about? We're talking about her. We're talking about her. She's the one crying that. Do you know why Eve is Eve? Do you understand now? Because she was the one who brings the purification. Do you understand? And the guy who's writing the Old Testament, who's writing the Torah, who doesn't exist in Hebrew, he's writing it in Greek. That dude is taking this image right out of contemporary mystery. Right out. It's gorgeousness and gorgiosity. And the others have to be shown over and over again before they'll admit, right, that there's something there. That's all. They just have to be shown. And the cowards have to be called out. All you so-called scholars, you suck, bro. Look, people, satanic congregation, I'm telling you, these people don't read these texts. They don't read them. They don't. You hear somebody quoting shit in English, you realize they're quoting a translation. They are sucking off the backside of some scholar. Yeah, guess what? You know, it's way better. The nectar that comes right out of that ring. Yeah, it is. Why do you think the cup is Ganymede? Did you ever wonder that? Athena doesn't work outside of her father. Do you understand? You better. Fantastic. Let's go. We're almost done. Hurry. People are like, hurry up. Amen, hurry up. What is that Baptist? It's something dipped or dyed, right? It's right. Something bright colored. We see the dyes with the chromata, the colors there, right? Keep going. We're going to roll through these. Baptikos. What is baptikos? Something used for dyeing, right? You could talk about those colors that are used in dyeing. The chromata. No problem. Go on. That's a scoliaston lycophron, by the way. That's some complicated stuff, right? Really quick. I just wanted you to see. What is the link? Bring in Paul. What is the link? I've been talking about dirty Baptists. I've been talking about a guitar queen. All right. And now I'm going to bring in Paul. Why? Because he's talking about the very same mystery, right? We were buried together with him, right? Through the baptism into death. Do you know what kind of baptism you have? You have when you have a little baby and some priest with a giant hat comes in and blah, 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 and sprinkles some water on. That's not this. Do they call it, here's your baptism of death, kid? No, they don't. I'm talking about the baptism of death, right? Now, look what happens. What are we baptized in death in order of that, right? Even as Christ, even as the Christ was raised from the dead, right? For the glory of the Father, right? Through that capacity, right? In this way, we can have new life, right? All we got to do is encounter the baptism into death. And I know for a fact, all the evangelicals, you don't have this. You don't know what the hell this is, right? Catholics, you don't have it. You also don't know what the hell this is. Yeah, it's part of a mystery. When Jesus said, I'm going to give you drugs that'll kill you and they won't kill you, he was talking about the performance of the mystery. And you have never been involved. You don't have ionic life. I'm sorry, but I'm here to tell you right now, you don't have ionic life. Fantastic. You can be worried. You can go back to worrying about dying. Yeah. Fantastic. I love passing on the good news. Give it to me. What's the next one? Oh, and there's only a couple more of these. What, Paul, give me one more thing. What else? Whoever, right? Whoever this is. Okay. So don't be ignorant, right? That this baptism into the Christ, right? Right? We are going through this process, right? Right? Baptisthemen, right? Whoever is going through this, right? Well, us people, what do? We are baptized into death. Now, it says into the death autou. And this is typically translated into his death. But I want you to notice that Yesun is in brackets, right? So it's untrustworthy. The only thing that we can be sure about is the fact that there is a Christing here, right? There is a Christing, which is a baptism into death. And the autou there could be of it, of the Christing agent. That is, this should read, right? Those of us who are baptized by this Christing agent are baptized into its death-inducing power. That's exactly what it should say. Oh, God. Paul, you knew what you were talking about, you little freak. You little freak, right? Right? And you say, well, I haven't. I'm a Christian. I haven't been baptized into death. Well, sorry. Sorry, it's too bad. It's over, baby. You're done. The cup is empty. Give it to me. Give it to me, right? So, look, people, I'm going to explain Paul. By the way, this is the Romans chapter 8. I think it was chapter 8. Beginning of chapter 8, maybe 6, one of those. Anyway, let's just read what it says, right? What is, for if these sum futoi, if these people who are grown together, right, into this unity of death, the death from the Christ, right? You enter into this thing, but what else is going to happen? We're going to come to this, resurrection, this anastasis, this rebirth, this new life, right? Yeah. Why? Because we're joined together in this homoiomati, right? That's one of their physics words, right? It's a similarity or a likeness. It's a state of being the same as something that you were not the same of, right? Or the same as, I should say, right? Oh, God. So we are made to grow into, right, the similarity of this Christ death, right? While we're walking around in a state of resurrection. Do you see what the rite is all about? You haven't partaken of this, I'm telling you. You don't. It's going to surprise and shock people, right? When they find out they're not actually doing Christianity. Give me the next one. Right? What happens to us when we go through this death, right? The one who has gone through the death is judged, right? Is purified in judgment from hamartias, from their wrongdoing. Remember, from their sin. People love to translate as sin. I hate that. It's such a crappy translation. From this wrong, this failure of them to live up to what nature gave them. That's really what hamartia is. This failure to live up to it can be all cleansed away through this death process. Remember, the death process involves that is the apostles' physical abuse of your body. Okay? The process is going to wipe away your sin. You like that? You like that? Give it to me, Paul. One last one. I think you're an idiot. I think you're an idiot for doing this kind of stuff, Paul, to be honest. Right? If we've died with Christ, now again, it's not Christ Jesus here. If we've died with the Christing agent, Right? We believe that we'll live again with it. Yeah, that we'll live again with it. Right? What is happening to you, Christians? You can take this, you can take it down. That's the final one. What is happening to you, Christians? You Christians who are actually doing what Christians did are going through a rite that is going to purify you and open your eyes. Your new life will be a new life. You will live as somebody who sees the invisible. Does that feel like you? No, I just have my faith. Oh, I go to church and I feel so good. You know, that's BS. You know, your joy is empty and it's fake. All those smiles on those fools' faces, it's fake, fake, fake. And you're full of lies. You love lies and you love people who spout them. You are a lie. There is a queen. There's a queen emerging from these ancient writings. And she is the queen of the music. Right. She's the one. When the oracle is flipped into third time, when it flips from Apollo to Bacchus, she's the one who leads, who brings that black hole, who opens that portal that we saw in the very beginning. She's the one who brings Christ. Thank you for coming. Hail Satan.
Medulla the Venus, cry for Jesus. If you're riding with me, Pied Piper, Swarthy Pete, the devil who stole the babies, shining lights, eyes to see. The pseudo masquerade of the devil woman, dragon queen, Diana, Athena, sunny disposition, walking on the wild side, sail away to the lands far, where the wild things are. Dipped in dragon venoms, free digital scale for your dope dealing, pill crushing, bad shit addiction, fused to black mirrors, the living death for what is real. Urania, Skulda, Medulla, the sorceress, cult of the crow, slaves to the dope. Hail Satan, drop full of gypsy tears.
They call me the boogeyman. No one can do it like I can. They call me the boogeyman.